Good evening. You're watching the 7 o'clock English news from the Sultan of Oman television. First, the headlines. Greetings of the Indian leadership to His Majesty the Sultan are conveyed by the Indian Minister of State for External Affairs when he was received by His Highness Said Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Said. The 5th Arab-Indian Partnership Conference discusses a number of topics related to information technology. The Minister of Heritage and Culture stresses on the completion of Al-Ardh file of horse and camels to be added to the UNESCO World Heritage List. And the Oman Medical Specialty Board reviews around 47 new researchers. Those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has received a cable of thanks from His Excellency President Shavkat Mirziyoyev of Uzbekistan in reply to His Majesty's cable of greetings on his election as President of the Republic. His Majesty the Sultan has also received a cable of thanks from His Majesty King Norodom Sihamoni of Cambodia in reply to His Majesty's cable of greetings on his country's National Day. His Highness Said Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received today His Excellency M.J. Akbar, Minister of State for External Affairs of India, who is taking part in the 5th Arab-Indian Partnership Conference currently being held in the Sultanate and attended by a number of the Excellencies, the Ministers, businessmen and investors from Arab countries and India. At the beginning of the meeting, His Excellency the guest conveyed greetings of His Excellency President Pranab Mukherjee and the Government of India to His Majesty Sultan Qaboos and his good wishes of permanent progress and for Omani people more development and prosperity. His Highness Said Fahad commended the existing bilateral relations between the two friendly countries and their mutual keenness on developing them, stressing all the importance of Arab and Indian partnership, especially in the economic, commercial, scientific fields, as well as in innovation, information technology, and exchange of expertise. The meeting also touched upon cooperation relations between the Sultanate and India and the role of the private sector and businessmen in creating new horizons of more joint investments. From his side, His Excellency M.J. Akbar expressed his gratitude along with his delegation of this visit and the admiration of the noticeable progress in several arenas, emphasizing his country's appreciation for what had been achieved by the Sultanate under its wise leadership in the march of comprehensive infrastructure and in strengthening the friendship and cooperation with the international community. He also expressed his thanks to Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry of its good organization on the conference. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Sheikh Al-Fadl Muhammad Al-Harthi, Secretary General of the Council of Ministers, His Excellency Saeed bin Saleh Al-Qiyumi, Chairman of the Board of Directors of Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and His Excellency Indramani Pandey, India's Ambassador to the Sultanate. The 5th Arab-Indian Partnership Conference began at Bar Al-Jisa Resort today under the auspices of His Highness Said Kamil bin Fahad Al Said. More details in the following report.
The two-day conference comes under the theme Partnership Towards Innovation and Cooperation in Information Technology. The conference aims to expand the volume of trade and investment between the Sultanate and Arab countries and India, and increase areas of cooperation between the Arab and Indian sides.
This conference has a lot of potential for partnership between Arab countries and Sultanate and India. And of course, India has a long history of trade with a lot of Arab countries, but especially with the Sultanate of Oman. This conference or this partnership comes at a perfect time with the current economic circumstances that the world is going through.
It also aims to urge the Arab states and organizations concerned to participate in Arab-Indian Partnership Conference, to exchange views on issues of common interest, and to encourage the signing of commercial contracts and cooperation in the field of information technology, scientific research and biotechnology, and to strengthen trade and economic relations by encouraging investment in infrastructure, basic manufacturing, food industries and medical tourism services.
This conference provides the opportunity for both sides to take it to a different level. This is the 5th conference. The pyramid base is set. Now it's for both sides to build the pyramid and take it to a different level.
Over 500 governments and academic officials, businessmen and businesswomen, and investors from the Arab countries and India participate in the conference.
Everyone is looking for to diversify their sources of income. So this is the perfect time for all the countries to sit down to see how they can diversify their sources of the income between them and between India. And there's a lot of potentials, there's a lot of possibilities, and with constant partnership and with discussions, we are confident that this conference will come and conclude with positive remarks that will benefit all parties.
It's worth mentioning that the volume of commodity imports from India to Arab countries was around 49 billion US dollars till the end of 2015, whereas the volume of exports from Arab countries to India amounted to 50 billion US dollars till the end of the same year. At the same time, the investments of India in Arab countries surpassed 16.5 billion US dollars.
The Legislative and Legal Committee of the Shura Council discussed the report of the Cultural Heritage Draft Law forwarded from the Media and Culture Committee. Members of the committee outlined their remarks and visions on the 85 article of the draft law and set forth their observations and legal amendments accordingly. They also discussed the amendments and viewpoints articulated by the Media and Culture Committee. The committee further completed its proposal amendments and on text of the Council by law issued in 2012. It also reviewed recommendations of the first session of the second annual round and the legislative cause of the laws of Oman Council, in addition to reading through articles of the State Basic Law, especially those related to the State and Shura Councils. His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal al-Mauli, Chairman of the Shura Council, presided over the meeting. The legislative powers of the Shura Council members and their role topped the discussions of the National Program for CEOs. The participants got acquainted with the Council mechanisms and dealing with the projects and the agreements which was transferred to the Council. During the participants' visit, a virtual show by the Economic and Financial Committee on the most important activities and initiatives were presented. The Minister of Heritage and Culture stressed that the file of Al-Arda run of horse and camel completed will be transferred to UNESCO to add it within the World Heritage List. The file, which was prepared by Royal Court Affairs, represented in Royal Camel Corps and Royal Cavalry, focused on the humble camel art and Tahorib horse art. The board of the annual Forum of Vocational Guidance and Scientific Research kicked off, during which around 47 medical researchers and scientific posters of physicians associated to Oman Medical Society Specialty Board competed, focusing on 18 specializations which aim to upgrade skills of research so as to reach medical results that contribute the enhancing the medical field. On the sidelines of the forum, an exhibition was held in which different government and private medical institutions took part. It showcased the various training programs and academic science sections of the board. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al-Nu'mani, Minister of Royal Office, received in the office His Excellency M.J. Akbar, Minister of State for External Affairs in India, and his accompanying delegation within the framework of his current visit to the Sultan. During the meeting, they exchanged cordial conversations and discussed several topics of concern to the two friendly countries. The two sides reviewed much of the good bilateral relations binding the Sultan and India to serve the joint interests, besides touching on the number of issues of common concern. His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of Interior, received His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Ali Kaman, Secretary General of the Arab Interior Ministers Council. During the meeting, they discussed a number of topics related to joint Arab security work. The visit comes within the framework of his consultative tour to several Arab countries in preparation to hold the 34th meeting of the Arab Interior Ministers Council. His Excellency Lieutenant General Hassan bin Mohsen Ashraqi, Inspector General of Police and Customs, received in his office His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Ali Koman, Secretary General of the Arab Interior Ministers Council. During the meeting, they exchanged cordial talks and discussed ways of cooperation between Royal Oman Police and the General Secretariat of the Arab Interior Ministers Council. Still to come, our news bulletin. The Photographic Society of Oman organizes the 7th exhibition for Omani female photographers. Welcome back to the news from the Sultan of Oman Television. The Ministry of Social Development organized a ceremony to celebrate the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, which falls on the 3rd of December each year. His Excellency Saud bin Hilal Al Busaidi, Minister of State and Governor of Muscat, presided over the ceremony in the presence of His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Saeed Al Kalbani, Minister of Social Development, and a number of state officials. The ceremony included a documentary about the services provided by the Ministry to persons with disabilities. It also included the signing of an agreement between the Ministry and Oman Telecommunications Company Oman Tel. At the end of the chief guest honored the outstanding persons with disabilities for 2016, supporting and collaborating families with the Ministry in rehabilitation programs and individuals, public and private entities that support services and rehabilitation programs for this year. The Royal Navy of Oman RNO held a ceremony to celebrate Armed Forces Day and Retirees Day at Said bin Sultan Naval Base. The ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Saeed Al Kalbani, Minister of Social Development. The ceremony included a number of military shows accompanied by RNO music band. The event also included pinning long service and good conduct medals on a number of RNO affiliates. On the sidelines of the ceremony, the chief guest inaugurated a book on the history of Shabab Oman ship, and then he toured the accompanying exhibition. The celebration came to highlight the development witnessed by RNO fleet under the wise leadership of His Majesty the Sultan, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. Within the framework of the preparation of the Sultan to host the second World Military Football Cup during the period from January 15th to 28th next year, 2017, the Sultan's Armed Forces represented in the military sports organized a discussion session for the main committees participating in the championship. The session stressed on the importance of work and collaborations of all bodies concerned to ensure the success of preparations for the event, which is considered one of the significant sports activities with a participation from around 15 countries. Coinciding with the Sultan's directions forward towards the government in the Ministry of Interior and Oman Air, I beg your pardon, signed an agreement to update the infrastructure system of information technology to organize the second term for the municipal council elections. The agreement will provide all information technology solutions and services within the safe clouds environment and with high quality service. On behalf of the Minister of Interior, the agreement was signed by His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal al-Busaidi, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Interior, and on behalf of the Oman Air by Talal bin Saeed al-Ma'mari, Oman Air's CEO. The Sultan participated in the 6th conference of the Arab Women Organization in Egypt. The Sultan's delegation was led by Her Excellency Sheikh Aisha bint Khalfan Al-Siyabiyah, chairperson of the Public Authority for Craft Industries. The conference witnessed a participation from a number of specialists, academics, media people, as well as 16 researchers from Arab countries. He discussed women's role in the social, political, and economic fields, as well as their role in decision making. Oman Air achieved the title of the best in the category of tourism class for the year 2016. This came in a ceremony for the International Travel Awards held in Maldives. The achievement of this title stressed on the commitment to the highest standards of quality in this field. The Photographic Society of Oman organized the 23rd annual exhibition for Omani Photographers. The annual exhibition came to embody the photography level and skills of Omani photographers. The exhibition showcased 117 different artworks by 67 photographers that ranged from portraits and other images of natural landscapes. The photographs showcased human lifestyles, deserts, sea, village and sea environments, which are considered the main aspects of the artistic pieces. The exhibition is covering all fine arts fields, photography and sculpture. The event is also a great opportunity for Omani artists to share knowledge and experience with their Arab counterparts. Now for the near weather forecast around the Sultan, clear to partly cloudy skies prevail over the northern governorates. The rest of the Sultan will have clear skies and winds will be westerly to northwesterly light to moderate, occasionally active, and seas will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. Watching the Sultan of Oman television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Greetings of the Indian leadership to His Majesty the Sultan are conveyed by the Indian Minister of State for External Affairs when he was received by His Highness Said Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Said. The 5th Arab-Indian Partnership Conference discusses a number of topics related to information technology. The Minister of Heritage and Culture stresses on the completion of Arba Run file on horse and camel to be added to the UNESCO World Heritage List. And the Oman Medical Specialty Board reviews around 47 new researches. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin from all of us here in the newsroom and the studios. Good night.